Hi everyone, it's JoJo from Mojo Jojo Plans, and today we are going to be doing some extra sheets together to add into your planners for 2025. I'm going to show you about 20 different pages that I have already pre-made because trying to sit here and do a video of making all of them would literally be hours and hours and hours and hours long. And honestly, it was nice to kind of just do it on my own. But I've been making them over the last couple weeks, so they did take me a while to kind of get ready, but mainly because I was trying to choose stickers for like the decorations of like stickers that like I haven't used in a while, or ones like maybe I had like a few stickers left on the page. So I was like, let's just finish the page. I finished a lot of sticker sheets with this, like probably over like 30 sticker sheets. So I'm pretty proud of myself with that. But I also took a lot of time to kind of figure out the categories and things that I wanted to track. Some just like extra things that I wanted to track in my planner. And then I can also show you some things that I tracked this year that I think I really liked and I want to continue doing. So there are some duplicates. So if you watched last year's extra pages video, then some of these will kind of seem familiar, but obviously I had to make new ones for 2025. And then at the end, we'll be making a page together because I feel like I gotta like talk it out because I don't exactly know how I want to set it up. I know what it is, but I don't know exactly how I want to set it up. So let me start with, because I think the first couple of pages that I'm going to show you are basically redos for 2025. So some of my favorite pages to use in my planner for 2024 was this TV shows tracker, because I was on like at the very beginning of 2025, I was like, I'm not allowed to rewatch any shows for at least the first month because I'm a big rewatcher. I rewatch all the TV shows. I rewatch Grays. I rewatch New Girls, Friends, like you name it. Like I literally rewatch all those shows like at least once, if not twice a year. But I was like, I really need to try to watch some new TV shows and be exposed to different things because I just like rewatched a lot. So the first like couple of like the first like I think the first month, yeah, I like barreled through like several different TV shows by myself, and then I also tracked shows that I watched with my husband, which I noted when I like put his name on there. So this was like a really fun tracker. So we watched a lot of shows. I did also make a page for like the shows that I rewatched because I did rewatch a lot of shows, but I didn't rewatch as many shows as I feel like I normally did. It really was like my normal shows, but I do have a rewatch page, and it did kind of like fizzle into the next page when originally I was like, this is all I get. And then I ended up kind of going over. I wrote down all the movies we saw in the movie theater. We didn't see as many movies as I thought. I still need to go through and write down favorites. We're not at the end of the year yet. Like we're there, but not really. But I did write down all the movies we saw at the movie theater that was new, which surprisingly like wasn't that many. 9, 10, like we only saw 11, so it was like less than one a month. And then I have tracked all the movies, like the new movies that we watched at home. This overflowed, so then I had to put it on another page. So now, like knowing that, I kind of knew a little bit better of what I needed to make for this year. Kind of just knowing like me and my husband watch a lot of shows together, but I also watch a lot of shows by myself because I'm by myself a lot in my office working, and we're not together as much, so we didn't watch as many shows together. So one of the first pages I made was specifically old movies at home. I'm a big rewatcher. I like to watch old movies. And by old movies, I just mean like I've seen them before, not necessarily like old movies. I just mean like I've already like it's not new to me. Like I've seen it before. I've probably seen it a couple times. Like Greatest Showman, I've probably seen like 10 billion times. Like things like that. But I'm like I like to rewatch them, and I think I just really discovered I liked writing down, and now I really like looking at like, oh yeah, I like completely forgot I watched that show, or I completely forgot that I watched that movie. So I wanted to carry that over with like old like movies that I've seen before. I keep saying old, they're not old, but just movies that I've seen before. So I made like a quick little tracker. I put quite a bit on here because again, when I am working in my office and I'm doing like a lot of computer work, I like to have like usually a show on or a movie on. But I think the big reason why I like to rewatch things is because I need to be able to focus on what I'm actually working on also, but I like to still know what's happening. So I end up rewatching a lot of stuff just because I don't necessarily need to be like staring at the screen to know what happens because I might have seen it before. So I thought it'd be fun this year for 2025 to track all like the movies that I'm basically rewatching that I love, kind of thing. And then again, I did do a movie theater tracker. I went ahead and did this on the back. I'm hoping that I don't watch more movies than what I put on here. We'll see. I still have a little bit of room if I need to add, and I haven't punched anything yet. I still need to go through. I honestly don't know why I haven't punched the pages yet, but so I did make a movie theater one, and again, keeping in mind that we didn't see that many movies, I still kind of gave myself a lot of space for movies, but I feel like there's a lot of good movies coming out in 2025, so maybe we'll go to the movies more. So I did make another one of these. All the decoration stickers are going to be like Amber Plans Her Day and Live Love Posh. Like I kind of just went through my books and pulled out pages where like I might have only had like 3 of those stickers left. And then I kind of used that. So it was a great way to kind of finish a ton of sticker sheets. So those are the first one. So again, an old movie tracker, which really just means like rewatching a movie that I've seen before, and then new movies at the movie theater. And then we also watch a lot of movies at home. I had this one in my for this year as well, but I wanted to make another one because we did watch quite a few movies. I think we actually watched more, or at least I did. I watched a lot of new to me movies at home as well, or in my office. And this year I kind of had to go through because I didn't think I would watch that many. But I did have to go through and I kind of like broke up the hexagon. So I'll probably do that again, which is why I was like, oh, I'll go ahead and use the hexagons instead of a bunch of little ones. So that's probably what I'll do. I'll probably split these. So I'll really have a lot more space. And then I did do double side for this one as well. But I thought this one was fun. I really, really liked and enjoyed tracking my movies. I think that's definitely, I mean, that's like really, I think those are the only pages I really stuck to out of the pages that I made last year. I think there's a couple other ones that I stuck to, but those are the main ones. Okay, so then I also made my rewatch for TV shows. So allowing myself all the space to rewatch my favorite shows. So we made that one. And then, of course, new TV shows. Now, this is where I kind of got a little different because I made 2 separate ones. I made one TV shows to watch with my husband and then one by myself because I barreled through so many shows and I can just like, I like binge watched like seasons. Like while I'm in my office on like release days, I'm just watching shows. So I watched a lot. So I was like, let's go ahead and separate those. Then I don't have to write that I like watch that show with my husband. So I went ahead and made 2 separate ones and then I double-sided them. Not saying we're going to watch that much, but it just, you know, it just looks so pretty and I like them. So I decided to do those ones separately this time. All right, kind of moving into a little bit different. I did make one of these last year. But now we're up for a new year and I did use it for at least more than half of the year. But like once we started having a lot of our big trips, I kind of like was like, are these considered dates? I don't know. So this is a little date night tracker that I made and each one is labeled with a month, and the goal is to just have some kind of date night with my husband, whether it be like right now my new favorite thing is going to get frozen yogurt together, and sometimes that's in the middle of the day. That counts, and I'm going to write that down. So the goal is to at least have at least one thing every month, but I might be, you know, bullet pointing in here and adding, you know, if we did multiple, which usually we do more than one date night a month, but I do want to have the space to be able to add those things in, you know, that way if I need to. So I have all 12 months in here, and I don't know. Again, a lot of the decisions were made like by the stickers that I found. So I found that I hadn't even really used these stickers yet. And I was like, okay, I guess the theme for this is going to be yellow and green. And so that's just what I made. All right, again, this is another repeat from last year, a utilities tracker. Obviously I have to wait until like January something, like whenever our like utilities bill for technically like December is due, and then I can go through and I can go through and I can total up all of like how much we paid for our utilities, and it's going to be really helpful. So I do have it all written out for 2024 in my current one, but I have like, you know, January was like a really high month because all of December, right? Like, because in January we're paying for December. Like December we had our Christmas lights up, so we paid like our utility bill was higher. In June our utility bill was higher during, I don't even remember, like maybe March, like all of a sudden it like dropped down, and like November it dropped down. So it's kind of just good to know, so I can like look back on that way. I can kind of budget a little bit better of like knowing like, okay, our utility bill was up really high, or hey, we had people staying with us for 2 weeks. That means like the water was going a lot more, the electricity was going a lot more. So it's just really helpful to have this. And then I just write down the amount. And then at the end of the year, I will total up, all the things. That way I have a better idea, so I can overall budget for the cost of our utilities and kind of give a little bit more room to know and kind of note that. So I really liked having this tracker as well. I am having another travel tracker. Now, the hope is to not travel as much as we did this year, because this year was definitely overkill. I'm hoping to stay on, the front side of this. I did do it front and back. But travel tracker for even just small like road trips, even going camping, all that stuff can go in here. It doesn't have to be like some big extravagant travel, but the hope is that we're not flying as much this year or for 2025, because that was a lot. So I did do a travel tracker. All right, some of these are business specific to like my business, but you could always change it to just like shipping, that you're like, how much are you paying on shipping in a year? How many packages are you getting in a year? You could kind of change them for things like that. So these next ones are kind of a little bit more business related for me. So one of them is a new release tracker. I like to write down all the books that are released every year for my sticker book business, just because then it like gives me a good idea of, now I can like look back at that and see, which I think I have mine. I could show you mine. I don't know. There's just like so many things in my thing. Okay, so like this was this year's. So I wrote down like just all the sticker books that I released, and it changed, and I didn't write them down until like I knew for sure that was releasing. But now I can kind of look back and see like what I released, and then also it's like it makes me feel good, because I'm like, look at how much I accomplished this year. So I wanted to do that again and kind of bring that back out and just be able to write down all my releases for 2025. These next two are shipping. Basically, these are what I kind of keep track. It's how I kind of guess when my shipments are going to come in. My manufacturer has kind of changed from like UPS to FedEx, and they both kind of get here within different times. So I've really liked writing down, when the shipping label is printed, because when the shipping label is printed from my manufacturer, it usually takes about 20 or so days for it to actually show up in tracking for something to happen. And that's usually like when it reaches the US. So it just ends up being one of those things where like I like to track it, because then it helps me understand like, okay, if I order my inventory by this date, it should be here by this date, and then I can kind of guess. So I wanted to make an actual tracker. I've been writing these things in my phone, but I was like, let me go ahead and just kind of switch that up and make it just put in my planner, because I want it to look prettier than what it looked like just on my phone. So I wanted to make a physical version. So I have it for my sticker books and sticker storage, because that is coming, and I have lots of fun new things coming for that item. And then the other one is samples, because I do get samples in from my manufacturer, or if I'm trying samples from other things. So I just wanted to write down whenever I bought samples of something. So I just wanted a place to kind of note that as well. I haven't put anything on the back yet, because I don't know how much I actually need. So I like to leave the backs blank just in case, because then that gives me room to add more if I need it. All right, then this one also is kind of similar. I did do this one for 2024 as well. I made like a books to restock, and then I was able to like mark off what I restocked for the year. So I kind of wanted to just do that same thing. So again, business related, but I think they'll be really helpful for me. All right, this one is new. I didn't do one of these last year, and or like for this year. I keep saying last year. I'm so confused. Like this time of year, I'm like, where are we? I'm like, next year, now. We're still in 2024, but I wish I would have done one of these this year because we actually went to quite a few concerts this year, whether they were big or small. I think we only went to like maybe one big one. And then it was just like a bunch of like smaller artist ones, which was actually really fun. So I wanted to track that for 2025. The only one that I know that we're for sure going to right now is like a Justin Timberlake concert. But there might be some smaller ones, and there's, random ones that my husband likes to add in there throughout the year. So I wanted to have like a place so I could write down the concerts that we went to. And again, the back of it blank because I don't know. Maybe we'll go to a lot, maybe we won't. Who knows? Along with that, I wanted to make a song tracker. Now, this could have gone a couple of different ways because you're like, why would you do that when like on your Spotify, like it tells you at the end of the year what your favorite songs were. This is more just like songs that I'm really in love with at a certain time. So I haven't really decided yet, but I was thinking like, hey, I've listened to this particular song a lot. Like this is just my favorite song to listen to this month. And then I could put a month sticker down and then write the song of it. So I don't know. I just thought this would be fun because I do go in phases where like I listen to the same 3 songs over and over and over again for multiple days on end in a month. And it's just kind of nice to know like, okay, I was really loving that song on that particular month. And then I could always go back and look at my memory planner and kind of see maybe something in there will tell me like what was going on. And maybe I'll know why I absolutely love that song. So that one. Then I wanted to make a nail design tracker, which I'm actually planning to put pictures in here. So I do print my pictures out at Walgreens. I have a whole video of how I do that. I'll link it down below. But basically, the pictures that I put on my monthly spread in my big planner, I print out on a 5x7, and there's 12 of these like pictures. So what I'll do is, and they are there, so these are big size of my boxes. These are just ever so slightly, but I could always trim it so that way they fit a little bit better. And then I can stick the picture of when I get my nails done, because I love taking pictures of like my nails because I have a great nail tech. And so I always like give her like, I always find inspiration for a picture, and then, she does it, and she always nails it every single time. So I thought it'd be fun. That way I can actually see, because I do put the pictures in my memory planner, but, then I have to flip through my whole planner in order to find the nail designs that I did. So I was like, well, why don't I just like every single month, because I always have, or not every single month, every single week when I print out my pictures, I always have enough room on that 5x7 of 12 12 pictures on there. I always have room for a couple extra because I only need usually 7 because I use that for a picture a day. So I have room to do the week that I get my nails done to do the nails, and then I can put it in here every week. And then that way I can remember what designs I did, because sometimes I don't remember and I might be giving her like the same design and then doing the same exact thing that I might have done like a couple months ago. So I thought it would be fun to kind of just track them. So I put a bunch down. I go about every 3 weeks. So I think there's like 17-ish on here. And then of course I put a couple extra, I think, because if my nails break, then I go in sooner. And then, that means I might get a different design or something like that. So I just thought it'd be fun to track my nails because that is a self-care thing for me. And it's something that I love to get done. All right, and then I decided to do an audiobook tracker because I don't have time to sit and actually hold a book and read it. I don't have time. But this year I probably listened to over 20 books, which I think that's the most I've read in a very, very, very long time. And I'm actually really proud of it. Like, I couldn't tell you every single thing. I'd have to like look at my library to see what I actually listened to, but I listened to them when I was, unboxing sticker books and unboxing inventory. I listen to it when I drive. I'm a big multitasker, so even when I'm doing any tasks, I was listening to sticker books, or I'm cleaning and folding laundry or putting the dishes away. I was listening to an audiobook. I think I just said listening to a sticker book. I wish to listen to a sticker book too, but audiobooks. So audiobooks are my thing. So I thought, let me make a tracker so I could actually see what books I listened to in 2025, because I honestly don't fully remember what I actually listened to this year. I'd have to like go and look at my library. The back again is blank because I don't know. Maybe this year, like maybe 2025, I won't listen to that many, and maybe I'll listen to more, and then I have plenty of space on the back to add some more. So I thought an audiobook tracker would be great for me. And all of this is like, all of these were made with the thought of like, I get to use my stickers, which I think is the most fun thing. Like, yes, you could do these trackers on, less pages. Yes, there are a ton of pages. Yes, it's going to bulk up my planner. It's going to add so much more. But I've really enjoyed, like, these ones right here were my absolute favorite. So I'm excited to add in some other things that I'm really hoping to keep track of for 2025, because I think I really like seeing my progress in things, or just like, I have a very forgetful memory. So, like, sometimes I don't remember that I've already seen that movie. And so it's kind of nice. It's been really actually nice this year to have those all written down. So that's a lot of the reason why I kind of repeated a lot. And then I have a couple of brand new ideas in there as well. And then we have a couple more. These ones I already wrote in because those ones are all like tracked throughout the year. Now, these ones are all like, I have them already set up, so that way I have them ready for the year. So one of them that I wanted to make, which this one kind of makes me laugh, this is an undated planner tracker, and this is for me because I have so many happy planners in my office because your girl has zero restraint. But one of my favorite things to get is the undated planners because I use them for patron spreads. I use them if I'm just trying out stickers. I use them if I want to do like a mock spread for something. So they're really handy, and I wanted to make sure that I had different layouts to choose from, different sizes. But I also couldn't remember when winter release just recently happened, which was their undated planner release. I couldn't remember if I already had, like a neutral vertical. I couldn't remember if I already had a dashboard. Like, I couldn't remember if I had certain things. So I went through and I wrote down all the planners that I have. I wrote down if they're neutral, and then if they're not neutral, I just didn't say. But I have the big planners written down. I have my classic size planners written down. I have them separated by their layout, so that way I know I already have one of those. I don't need to get one next year. This is really for like next December when winter release happens again. I do not need to buy any more. And then, I have themed, and then I also did like some of the minis and skinny minis. So this just kind of helps me, so that way I can look at this and know I already have these on my shelf. And then I do have like this one. This one is almost finished, which I put U next to the ones, meaning that they're used. Like, I have started to use them, meaning they probably won't last much longer. So getting another one of those wouldn't be a bad thing because I have been using them a lot. And I know the one that I have that is a vertical neutral, like, I've basically used all of it except for, like, I think I have like one more weekly left, and then after that all I have is like monthly pages and stuff because I mainly do weeklies for patron spreads. So I wanted to just kind of keep track of that so that way I don't buy any more next year. And then another one that I could fill in was an affiliate tracker because I am an affiliate for a couple of different other brands. And so I wanted to write them down because sometimes I forget, like, does my code have 10 at the end? Does it not have 10? Is it just a link? Is it blah, blah, blah? And I think I have more, but I honestly don't remember. But I just wanted to write it down so that way I could quickly look at it and make sure I'm giving like the right information for whatever. So I made like a little tracker for that. And then this one is another repeat, but I had to redo it because a lot of our bills changed. And I actually think this one came out better than my last one because I didn't put annual and quarterly on it last year, which was a really dumb idea. So I have all my bills and when they come out, like the day that they come out. So it goes over to the back. And then I have a section for my annual bills, things that come out, once a year, and then quarterly, things that will come out quarterly, and then like our tithes and like our donations that we do, like monthly, whatever that is. So these don't have the totals on them. They just give the dates for them, which that's what I wanted because I feel like some of these, the totals, like our phone bill, like it changes all the time. I don't know why, but like it's kind of different all the time. Our utilities is different all the time. Our credit card is different all the time. So I didn't want to put an amount on here because it's like it could change. Now I'll probably make another sheet that's just like a quick cheat sheet of like, here's the things that like are always the same. But there are some things in here where like, or they're moving up the price of it. So I didn't want to put the amounts on there just because I'm like, they might change. And most of them are like a variable expense. Like they're not going to be the same every single month. So I didn't want to write it down. All right. The last page that I have pre-made, I decided on my word for 2025, and my word for 2025 is going to be curiosity. If my camera can focus. I don't know why. There we go. It's like freaking out. I chose curiosity. I don't know why. This word has just been popping up a lot for me in just like my day-to-day life and a lot of things that I've been thinking about. And I was like, like I need to be more curious or like ask more questions and blah 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 and just like of the whys, why things are happening and just being curious because I am definitely a person that just like stands by and lets things happen. And I'm kind of getting into a phase where like want to be more curious, learn more new things, and just question things of why things are being done a certain way. So curiosity kind of stood out to me. I have loved seeing people that like do journals and then they like cut out some of the sticker. Like I thought that was so cool. So I wanted to try it for my word of the year. So my word of the year is curiosity. I put down just like what it means and then a couple things that like I'm hoping to focus on with this word for 2025. So those are all the sheets that I made so far. We're going to make one more together. It's technically going to turn into two, but I'm probably only going to make one on camera because I might make one first, start going to fill it in, and then see how it goes. So the next one I wanted to make is a pantry, like linen closet, pantry, garage tracking sheet. So I kind of made one of these last year, which let me see. It was called my adulting page. All my page, they're like not in any particular order, so they're kind of hard to find, but I'm looking for them. Give me a second. Okay, here it is. Okay, so I made this adulting page last year, and I wanted to use this, or actually I think I made this for 2024. No, I made this originally for 2023, didn't use it, decided to reuse it for 2024. So we shop at Costco and Sam's Club, and I am a very big, like, if it's on sale, I'm probably going to grab it if it's something that we use a lot of. And that means, like, in our garage, we have some shelves up, and I have, like, all of our back stock of, like, our dishwasher soap, toilet paper, paper towels, blah, 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 tissue paper, like, all the cleaning supplies. Like, I have, backups of those. And I just really wanted a place to keep track of what we actually have, because otherwise I end up, again, it goes on sale, and then I buy it, and then I get home and I find out I already had 4 of those. I'm like, why did I just buy more? So it's kind of going to help me with like budgeting, basically, because I just need to overall be better of not buying it every single time it's on sale, because that's just been my mindset when it comes to Costco and Sam's Club. But I wanted to just make a page, and I need to organize them a little better, because that one, you could see I had to squish everything on there. There wasn't really enough room for everything. I don't want it to look like that. I want it to be a little bit more precise. And in that one, I combined like our linen closet, because we have stuff in our linen closet, like the toothpaste and the deodorant and like eye makeup remover and hair gel and blah blah. Like I have all that stuff inside, and then it was like all the cleaning stuff is outside. So I'm gonna separate those. So let's do our linen closet one. I did print out some stickers on my Cricut. So I just made some words. So I'm going to pull out, I made one that says linen closet specifically because that's what I wanted to do. I'm just going to pull them off the sheet. I'm not ready to set them down yet. I just realized I am going in. This is like a 90-pound cardstock. It's a nice heavy duty paper, and I already trimmed it down to the size of a Happy Planner piece of paper, and all I did was hold the paper to the paper and marked it and then cut it with my paper trimmer. I pulled these stickers. I think these are from an Amber Plans Her Day like spring cleaning sticker book, but I thought this one would be fun specifically for like probably like my garage stuff, I think. So maybe we'll do the garage one first. I lied. I think we're going to do garage first because I pulled out these stickers. I don't have stickers yet for linen closet. And then I'm pulling out Love Yourself because I just knew there were stickers in here that kind of might match. So, and this isn't going to be very like decorating heavy, but I do want them to look nice because otherwise I won't use them. And again, this has just been a really great way. Like this only had 4 stickers on it. I have a whole other page, so I haven't been using like that second page, but if I've had any sticker sheets that kind of look like this that only had a few, those are the ones that I mainly use to decorate all of my other sheets, just because that was a good way for me to finish that sheet off. And then I still have like a duplicate of it for if I want to use it for spread or, you know, something later on down the line. So I'm just going to go through and I'm going to start trimming this, trimming it down, and stick this in here and just kind of making my spot for it. Okay, so I lied. I'm going to do garage first because garage is where all our cleaning stuff is. So I'm like, I should just do the garage first. If I have the cleaning stickers out, we're going to do garage. So I'm going to write garage, and then I have a bunch of little tracker stickers too that just say tracker. Garage tracker. Obviously, you could call it something different, but all these are just like my trackers. What I'm keeping track of for 2025, and then I've just been using my 2025 stickers, which have been coming in super handy because I've almost used the entire page, just trying to like label all of these things in here. So we're going. I'm going to add a little. This little squirt bottle is kind of cute. Add that in there. And then, you know, we can go in with more of this decoration up here. Okay. So again, focused really heavy on just the garage area. Okay, so that's kind of starting us off. Maybe we'll add this in here as well. That way I know for sure. Cleaning supplies. So kind of getting me started. Then I'm going to stop there. I am going to grab, I think I'm going to do black. Let's do black. Let's grab journaling. Gotta find it. There we go. I'm like, I never know where things are in my office. There's stuff all over the place. So I'm going to grab journaling boxes because this pop of black is going to be better. And I think I'm going to do categories instead. I think this is my issue last time, was I kind of just tried to shove everything on one area. And I need to do categories. I need to do toilet paper. And I want to track, basically this is how I'm going to track how much we have already. And then I'm going to have to be updating it. And again, this might not be the page that I have by the end of the year. I might have to make a completely new one or just like add on more pages to it. And then that way I can kind of see, because my goal is to kind of just gauge how much are we actually buying and going through in a year. Can we go through less? Or is that just like, okay, now I know what I can budget for? Like all this is kind of like surrounded around, like I'm trying to just budget things a little bit better. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to just separate everything. So like this is going to be toilet paper alone. So the first thing we would write on here is how much we currently have, like at the beginning, like January 1st, because that's how my brain works. I have to wait till January. I have to know exactly what it is from day one. January 1st, we have this many rolls. Great. And then every time we buy a pack, I will write down, you know, add this to it, and then just like basically retotaling it, and then we'll just do that on each of the lines, and this will be toilet paper only kind of thing. I feel like toilet paper almost needs a longer one, right? Like I think we go through a lot more toilet paper than I want to admit, but let's do a long one because I just have a feeling that one's going to need a longer one. So I'm going to go in with a nice long one for that. I'm going to stick this one over here. I want to leave room because I am going to put a whatchamacallit on top of it. My gosh, my brain is just not working today. Going with black boxes. A quarter box. There we go. I don't know why that was like literally impossible. Then I can literally write toilet paper in here. Okay, so that's toilet paper alone. Again, the goal is to write how much we have on the first. So I'll probably just like write, you know, the quick abbreviated January 1st, you know, 5 rolls, you know, by then. And then every time we buy them, I would love to write down, this gives me room too. I would love to write down the brand that I bought because I buy different brands all the time because we're not picky and I honestly don't care. I literally just buy whatever is on sale. But I'll probably write down the brand that we bought and then how much it cost. Again, so that way I can figure out, okay, we're spending this much on this thing every single year. Another one is like hand soap. I really should have written all the categories down before I did this, but you know, winging it is what we do here. So hand soap, I'm trying to think of like what's in my garage. I should just go take a picture so I can like look at it. But hand soap is one. So toilet paper, paper towels, hand soap. I feel like paper towels is another one that needs like a longer one. So let me go and grab another one of those. This nice long one for paper towels. I think I'm going to start writing in this now too, because otherwise I'm going to forget. Because that's just how my brain works. I think I'm going to write this in color. Would that be fun? I never use color. Oh my gosh. Trash. That was not straight at all. What are we doing? Okay. And I really don't have that many like cleaning supply like categories really. It's mainly like, and these really aren't fully cleaning supplies. I realize that, but I'm counting those in this category because that's what is in our garage. Okay, let me find the purple pen that I want to use. Okay, hopefully this pen doesn't disappoint me, but we're going to write toilet paper. This is going to be hand soap. I don't know why. This is one of those ones that I buy so much of. This is paper towels. Cascade. That's another one. Every time it goes on sale, I'm like, we get so much of it. And I'm like, I don't even know. I don't know why. I'm like, we have the most Cascade that anybody could ever have. We don't need any more. Okay, look, we can finish another page. Like, see, this is just so therapeutic. Like, literally just the finishing sticker pages has been my favorite part of this. For sure. Like, nothing is more motivating than finishing a sticker sheet. Okay, let's stick this one in here. Tissues. I feel like we don't go through like a ton of tissues, so I feel like tissues can be a smaller area. Okay, what else? Well, Clorox wipes is a big one. That's one that we definitely do a lot. I'm not going to put that here though because I don't think there's enough room for that. So let's just get this one down. And this one. What's another thing that's in there? I'll think of it in a second. Let me get a big one before I forget. Before I forget about that one. Okay, I think top shelf is done because we have paper towels, we have toilet paper and tissues. Those are all on the top shelf. On the bottom shelf, we have the Clorox wipes, which is getting a bigger box because we definitely go through a lot of Clorox wipes. And I will add some decorations on this side in just a minute. I just want to get most of my functional stuff down while I'm thinking about it. Otherwise, I'm going to forget. Okay, so this is like Clorox. We either get the Clorox wipes or what's the other brand that's like that, but whatever it is. I'll put them both in the same category. Okay, we have a ton. Oh, you know what? We have a ton of like Swiffer stuff. Like, I think we have enough to last us, honestly, for another year because we have so much. So we'll put Swiffer. That's also on that shelf. Ziploc bags is another one. I think that would be a big one. All the sizes. Or should I do... Yeah, let's do a big one because I think that's going to be like an all the sizes area. Because usually I buy like the packs that have like all the sizes. So we're going to just put that in there. I know these aren't all cleaning supplies. I guess we really don't have that many cleaning supplies. Clorox wipes was it. What did I just say? Oh my gosh, my brain is already just like fried. Okay, so we're seeing how we're kind of starting to form a little bit of our page. Again, the hope is that we can fill this in, and then when we need more space, we just make another page, and it'll most likely just have like a different decorative theme to it, which honestly doesn't bother me because it's probably just going to be my chicken scratch on it anyway. Oh, you know what I could look at? I could have got my old sheet. I don't know why I put it away. That literally has a good majority of the things on it. Has some stuff for the linen closet too, but it has things. Ah, yes, Dawn dish soap. We get the Cascade, we get the Dawn for when we hand wash things. That's right. I'm also going to go in with another little, just like cleaning supply moment. I don't think we buy nearly as much of this, so we could totally get away with just like a smaller box. Oh my gosh, there's so many things on my desk. I don't even know where I'm working at. Dawn soap. Okay. All right, and I feel like the rest of the categories are kind of like smaller things we don't buy super often, and things that last us a lot longer. Lint rollers are a must in our house. We have 3 animals that do nothing but shed. We have 2 cats with very long hair and a dog. So all things super necessary for sure. So we're going to just add in our smaller boxes. And I can fit one more. I can't go all the way to the edge because that's where things will get punched. So if I go all the way to that edge, then I'll start punching into those, which I do not want to do. And again, we're just going to keep going because I think we just have smaller categories now. Things that aren't as much. So crooked, my goodness. What's going on here? I think this is going to work out a lot better because I was just trying to shove everything onto like one small box. And then it didn't give me any room to update. So I think this will work so much better. And like I said, we don't have a ton of things in our garage. So I think overall this will be a lot better. Ah, Lysol wipes. I was thinking of the spray, but we get Clorox and Lysol. We get whatever one is on sale. Okay, and then I can't think of the last one. I feel like there's probably something else in our garage, but I think that pretty much sums up what is at least in our garage. So I'll probably make basically the same sheet. And look at that, we finished another sheet of stickers. Favorite thing. I can't wait to like show you guys my stack. Like maybe like January 1st or something, I'll show you my stack of all the sticker sheets that I finished this year. But then I'll basically just do the same exact thing for my linen closet. I'll probably have to do like a full 2 pages because I think there's a lot more. Like there's medicine and backup medicines and all of those things. So, but this is just going to help. So again, the hope is to write down how many we currently have on a date. And then every time we buy more of that, like the amount and then how much it costs, then at the end of the year, the hope is I can go back through and say like, okay, we had to buy toilet paper with shopping at those places like 5 times, 6 times this year. Like we spent this much on just toilet paper. Then hopefully I can better budget when it comes to that for the next year and know, okay, like we went through this much, or maybe we had this variable in there and that's why we were buying a lot more than we normally do. So that's the kind of the hope with this sheet. And again, I've just been really liking tracking absolutely everything that I can. I think it's just kind of created like a little bit of joy for me, is to just like track things and see things happening. So I got to figure out what that one's going to be. And then if I need more space, then I can always make another sheet, which is the best part about this, is you can make however many you need. And it's a great way to use your stickers and use what you already have. Because seriously, guys, like this isn't even all of them. I had already put all the other ones that I just used in a stack away. But these are just like maybe from like the last, like, I don't know, 5 or so pages that I made for my planner. So there we go. Those are some ideas for you guys for pages that you can make for your planner for 2025. If you like to track things, I tell you guys, it is really a lot of fun. So just a quick recap: we made the garage tracker together. I have an audiobook, doing one for my nails, songs, concerts, things for my business that I think will be nice to track, not on my phone because I lose the notes on my phone way too often. Travel, utilities is always super helpful. Date nights, TV shows, and movies are my absolute favorite things to track. So I'm super excited to see what these are going to look like at the end of the year and see the new movies that we did. And then, of course, just like some of the other things that you don't necessarily need to track throughout the year, but can at least just have at a quick glance. That way you don't have to like look around for the information. And like this can go planner to planner if nothing big changes, which would be really nice. And then of course I have my word of the year. So lots of fun pages to make for your planner using just some cardstock, stickers you probably already have. If you have a printer, you could easily just print out some words, cut them out and stick them down and have them be your headers, or you can use Mambi sticks or alphabet stickers or whatever, or you can purchase them online, whatever. But this is definitely a great way to use a lot of what is already in your stash and make some fun pages for your planner. So I hope that this is helpful for anybody that's still looking for some things that they want to put and add in their planner. And I hope you guys find I hope at least one of these pages would be fun for you guys to add to your planner for 2025. But there you go, you guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give a thumbs up and subscribe. And I hope I'll see you in my next one. Bye!